Oh, don't stop now.
I was looking when I saw that. Yo, wait, you don't like supporting Virginia's own?
No, as soon as it went live, you would stop singing.
Yeah, what was you doing when Chris Brown started his run? Like where was you at in your life?
I was in middle school when Excuse Me Miss came out, and I was trying to holler at girl.
Yeah. Middle school in 05?
Yeah, that's not right. Yeah. I was middle school 05. No, I was in high school. I was a sophomore.
Oh, even mad more than I thought.
Say what?
I said you mad older than I thought. Middle school in 05. All right, maybe I'm rolling. High school in 05. Boy, your knees hurt right now.
Not only, but like a sophomore in high school. What were you doing in 05?
05, I was about 9 years old. So I was, you know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good show. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, you know what video I that lives in my head like rent free? It's the Plies video talking about Thanksgiving food.
Oh yeah.
Come on, tell me. Hold on. Now I gotta go find it. Hold on. I'll go find it. Because every time I think about leftovers in general, I think about Plies.
Why you do that? Hello, Bam. Hello, Kyle. Bam.
Bam, Kyle. How we doing?
Thank you. Kyle said he was a high school freshman in 05. I'm only a year older than Kyle. Do I remember Desert Storm? I was alive, but I don't remember it. Do you want to hear a funny story?
Oh, that brother was alive during Operation Desert Storm? Oh, yeah, we
Desert Storm was in the early 90s. I was a baby.
Hold on. Why you do that? Let's hear from our good brother, Plies.
Where'd the screen go? I hit share screen. Can you try it again? That's crazy. I hit share screen. Where'd it go? Mm-hmm. Try it again. Try to share it again. Because I hit share and it wouldn't let me.
Wait, you can't see what I'm seeing, hear what I'm hearing?
No. I clicked share screen and it never popped up. Let's try this one more time.
All right, so you want me to do this over again?
Yeah.
I got you.
There we go.
Explain to some of y'all what I just had to tell my mama. Because some of y'all don't think you supposed to throw the leftovers away.
You can't.
At some point, the leftovers got an expiration date on them.
They do.
There's a cap on the leftovers. You can't keep eating them leftovers as long as you want to, man.
Talk to him, Plies.
Some of y'all might want to write this down because I'm finna give you the calendar and the itinerary for these leftovers.
How?
You cooked the food on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Thursday, you ate the food.
True.
Friday, that's when it was its best.
That's true.
Saturday, you're pushing it.
Okay.
Sunday, ain't no more leftovers, bitch. Monday, you tripping. Tuesday, your ass getting worms if you still eating them leftovers.
He right.
Wednesday, hospital. Thursday, dead. That's just the bottom line for these leftovers. Because some of y'all think you can just eat the leftovers how long you want to eat them. It don't work like that with the leftovers, man.
Yes.
Hey, as expiration.
Remember when Plies used to give us premiere videos like every week?
Yeah.
Saturday.
He was out there giving out that truth. But he right though, because why there's some people be eating the mad old leftovers like, yo, dog, just throw it away.
You know who does that? Old black people who ain't like my dad like that. Like, dog, you're not poor no more. You ain't got to eat everything. You can throw it away.
When was the latest you ever ate some Thanksgiving leftovers?
Thanksgiving's Thursday, probably Sunday. Like Sunday, it depends too, right? Like I'll eat like dinner rolls on Sunday, but I ain't eating the collards on Sunday. I'm not eating the mac and cheese on Sunday. Like anything with like some dairy in it, yeah, dog, nah. Like unless it's dessert, because pies last longer, right? Like if there's some sweet potato pie, yeah, that's fine. It just depends on what it is.
Look at how we categorize it. Now, if it's dairy, but if it's a pie, it is dairy. But if it's a pie, no.
It's not the same for you.
Listen, I'ma eat it.
I was about to say, why are you acting like you too good?
I'ma eat it. I'm saying I'ma eat it. Like ain't gonna be no leftover bit because I'ma eat it.
Okay, that's what Kyle said. Kyle said the leftovers don't last that long because they gone.
Yeah, I'ma eat it. And Rick Ross funny himself for that too. I'ma eat it.
I don't know why he left AEW, but they need some help. Accusations.
Yo, why? Hey, man, about a week or so ago, I saw Rick Ross just on IG trolling 50 Cent, and I was like, man, y'all gotta let this go.
Got to. Y'all almost 50.
They're almost 50. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 178 of Speak On. You already know when you see this Nas fade, you already know it can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix. Of course, every Tuesday, joined by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. How are you doing on this fine Tuesday, March 25th, 2025?
I am great. Can we call a quick audible? We haven't done this in a very long time, but I feel like I have to speak my truth right now.
Brother, go ahead.
So this is a speak to the cinema portion. I hate musicals with all my heart. But buddy, my wife and I watched Wicked on Saturday. Phenomenal.
Nah, okay. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? This was the direct. We not about to kick Wicked back in. You got to. All right, go ahead. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, Wicked, salute.
Cynthia, as a green woman with the wig, she was cute. I don't know what they was talking about at the school. They was talking like she's ugly. She's the baddest girl there. Nah. We not gonna laugh at it. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, wicked. Things are getting wicked, boy, I tell you. While you pull that up, let me tell y'all something. For all my old heads out here, since we were on the conversation of old heads a little bit not too long ago, how about I was DJing this weekend, since we're on weekend plans. And I got this, like, towards the beginning of the night, this old head kind of walks up to me, him and his lady, and he was like, yo, y'all dance? Like, is there a dance floor? And I was like, brother, the floor is your dance floor. Go ahead, handle your business. And he just pointed to this table right behind him. He's like, I don't know what the hell they doing. I can't ready to dance no. And then I said, hey man, you go ahead and dance. I got you. Brother, let me tell you something. Towards the end of the night, the manager of the bar comes up to me. He was like, all right, man, we got about 15 minutes before we close. Why don't you just go ahead and hit him with like a classic for like the let out music, and then we can start shutting this place down right at midnight. Get everyone home, right? You following? You with
I'm
it?
listening. I'm with you.
So I said, all right. So I started running through a few classics, like I mean, little Whitney Houston, little Rocksteady. Then I hit Before I Let Go, the OG version. Buddy. The OG version. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, hold on, you're sharing your screen.
Can you see it?
No, I'm seeing that you're sharing your screen. You want to try that again?
Right, never mind. I can't figure this out.
But what was I saying?
You were saying you played Before I Let Go, the old one.
Oh yeah, I was playing the original Before I Let Go. When I tell you this song was maybe like 4 or 5 minutes long, I had to keep putting the song on loop because a Soul Train line broke out. Then after the Soul Train line came busted out, and the glimpse of the audio, you know what I started hearing?
Beyonce? Oh, no, not the cues.
I was like, no fucking way. Man, when I tell you the bat, we had to keep playing before I let go another 20 minutes because the cues got to stepping.
Oh, buddy.
I would play it, but I ain't gonna do that to him. I ain't gonna do that to him.
Yeah, they might come out the wood. One might kick the door in.
Now, I mean, it was a lit little function. It was a lit little function. It must have been like a Q reunion. So then now we're about at like 12:30. Staff ready to go home. They still black folks being black folks. It's the let out music. They ain't trying to go. So then one of the Qs comes up to me. He said, "Y'all take requests," and I looked at him like the Popeyes lady outside of Popeyes with the hands on the knees. I was like, "Yo, dog."
I know he didn't come and ask for no George Clinton, did he?
Listen, hold on. So I'm sitting here like, brother, that was the let out song. That was 35 minutes. I said, we closed 35 minutes ago. He said, "Hey, you got Atomic Dog." I said, "Atomic Dog." I said, "Brother, we supposed to close 35 minutes ago." He pulled out a $10 bill from his pocket. "Hey, can I get Atomic Dog?" Man, let me go ahead. Go ahead and play this damn Atomic Dog. Oh my goodness. Now we in there another 15. Bar closed around 12:45. Man, after that, I just had to go home. I ain't want to go nowhere else, man. I just had to go home after that. But I couldn't stop laughing my entire ride home because I was like, what? Akili, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Akili in here. Keely just said day 78 of ask him where his belt at. Keely, I just want to let you know it was sent in the mail and should be on the way.
And that story is put to bed. So I dropped a link in the chat. Does that link work for everybody? Can anyone click that link?
Let's see. What type of porn is he sending this to?
It's definitely not porn.
All right, this link ain't opening for me.
Damn. Never mind it. Don't worry about it. If you get the chance.
You old as hell. You can't. That brother can't even send the link through.
I didn't have the settings, so I have to restart the browser to share my screen, and I don't want to do all that. Just go watch Wicked. It was great.
No, I'm gonna take your word on that. Wicked.
It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but it's a good movie.
2 hours and 40 minutes of them singing?
It's not all singing, but there are parts. Yeah, see, Cal said, "Work for Cal. Tell me for a green woman, she bad as hell."
Hey, yo, okay, freak boy. Listen, here's my thing with Wicked. I don't need 120 minutes of y'all yodeling and yodeling me to death. Let's go smoke some people.
So here's the thing about Wicked.
Let's go climb that yellow brick road. Let's go grab the homies in them. We're gonna grab the homies in them, and then when we cap them, we're gonna acknowledge it like when John Cena acknowledged that Osama bin Laden had been terminated.
That's the highlight of John Cena's career. 16-time, about to be 17-time champ. He grabbed the mic mid-match and said, "Wait a damn minute.
Wait a damn second. Osama bin Laden has been terminated." Like, okay. Kyle says, "I'm kind of a sucker for a chick with glasses." Keely said, "Danny down bad." Listen,
It's not down bad.
He might be.
No.
I know. Listen, you know what's down bad? Your cousin Jason, because I need to know if that is what Joe Mixon go for nowadays. I could have sent him something way better than that bullshit that you sent through. What the hell are we talking about? I would have loved Joe Mixon for that type of price point. What do you got to say for yourself, you thief?
I think it was the trade. Every trade calculator said that was a good trade, so that's why I offered it.
Listen, I'm in need of. Well, I would like to explore maybe getting a wide receiver. No, maybe a running back. But I'm also looking at, pick 105 in this league that I have with Rojo's, with Achilles' first round pick.
Well, let's stick into this fantasy. Well, I have a surplus of running backs now, right? I have Joe Mixon, I have David Montgomery, I have James Conner, I have Tony Pollard, and then I got some young bucks. Now, Zach Charbonnet he the future. He over here. But if anyone,
what future? He's sitting behind Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker about to get traded draft night. You mark my words, because Kenneth Walker is up for a contract. Zach Charbonnet is the future. Every time he played last year, he produced, and I won. Zach Charbonnet on the way. But if you need a veteran bell cow, I got you. I got what you need. I got 3 of them.
You retrading Joe Mixon?
No, Joe. We have 1,000 flex spots. That's why I need some help.
All right, listen.
Thank you.
If anybody got a running back, I got 206, 205.
I will give you James Conner for that 205, 206 right now.
Fuck no.
I'll give you Tony Pollard.
No, I got Tajay Spears.
Well, then you'll just have both of them.
That's the real truth. Pick 2. Matter of fact, let me make sure I put it on the trade market so everyone in the league knows that this pick.
Yeah, everyone thinks that. Listen, when
Kyle's
people
been trying to get me out of a few
anything,
2027 picks, though. I will say that.
I'll say this about our league: if you make a trade and no one says anything, it was a fair trade.
I know. Listen, that Josh Allen trade changed my season forever. Changed my. Yeah. Listen, I got 205. 205 on the block.
You know my philosophy on having Jalen Hurts as my quarterback, that I don't need to be that strong at running back because he's going to eat those tush-push touchdowns. But, buddy, again, we have 1,000 flex spots now. I need as much help as I can get this year.
Jamie said, seems fair, except must be someone else's 204 because nobody with the fourth worst team should be trading for Mixon. Ooh.
Well, I would say that, but I was the first person out of the playoffs and won the consolation, or got second place. That's why my picks are so high, Jamie. It wasn't like.
Nah, well, he did make the playoffs for a reason. So
I missed about like 10 points. No.
Yeah, but you didn't make it. Nah, Jamie.
Yeah, I did make it. I did make it.
That nigga team is ass. He right. Fuck y'all. Listen, Ron Isley's tax return season went down the hill as soon as he got that lucky ass win over the Las Vegas Horned Ducks.
Yeah, I won by like
whose season went on the up and up right after that loss. It's okay though.
We're in the process of retooling this roster. I'm very excited for 102. I'm very excited for 202, and I have 2 third-round picks. This could be
somebody come get 205.
I told you I'll give you James Conner on IR because he blew his knee out. You can have.
Why are you trying to sell me somebody with a? Y'all see how we do it?
Listen, well, that's why I said not James.
That's not that Howie Roseman school of GMing.
Hey, that Howie Roseman school of GM got me Joe Mixon.
Man, speaking of GMing, as we switch gears to the real NFL, the light news. As we kind of we're still getting ready for the NFL draft. Sounds like the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers are on a collision course to formalize their season together. They met for some hours. Russ went to the Giants today. Do you think now a deal gets done between Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers with these rumblings?
I mean, shit, if it don't get done with them, then who will it get done with? Where else are you going to go? New Orleans?
Listen, why does no one rule out retirement here?
He might be forced into retirement. He's gonna have all the time in the world to smoke crack in the woods because don't nobody want him.
Listen, we have to stop with this. Nobody was smoking. My goat was never smoking crack in no woods. We have to.
He was in the woods smoking crack.
So was Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Who out here riding for Justin Timberlake? I haven't forgiven him for what he did to Janet Jackson.
Oh my goodness! It was an accident. He said
he left her out to dry.
That's true. I ain't leaving no titty out to dry like that. You got.
Whoa. I'm talking about like responsibility, not like you thought he's supposed to like take his hand and cover it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm doing. As soon as that titty show, not Janet.
Like that.
Oh yeah, nah. At that point, you got to play a little. That way they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
buddy.
Kyle said I found that out the hard way in year one when I had the worst team so bad that I lost in the consolation bracket and was picking 103.
Yeah.
Akili asked, who are you picking at 102? Do you happen to know? After Ashton Genty goes at 101.
I need to see how the real NFL draft goes. I have my eyes on some prospects. It might be a little, it just depends. I have my eyes on a few prospects. We're hosting some meetings. We're seeing when they'll be drafted. But it's a very important pick. It might be up for sale. We'll see. How long is the timer between picks? Is it 5 minutes?
I think it's like let's see. We can just I just got a trade proposal from your cousin.
Which one? Bam or Jason?
10 minutes per pick.
Okay, yeah, plenty of time to make a trade.
Jason. He's asking, he's willing to trade me Aaron Jones and Xavier Worthy for Khalil Shakir and 205.
That man, but he been trying to pitch Aaron Jones. He tried to give me Aaron Jones, and I was like,
no, I don't want to do that. But what I will counter with, and I want to get your thoughts on this. I want to keep Khalil Shakir. He's 25. I have his quarterback. And I don't really think I want Xavier Worthy right now.
100%. He's dealing with some stuff right now.
But what I could offer him instead is, would you do is 205 and 306 too much for Aaron Jones?
I would say so.
Okay, so maybe I offer 205 for Aaron Jones straight up.
He would do that deal.
Wait a minute. How much do you think what do you think Josh Jacobs goes for?
A first round pick. Like mid to late first round.
Even though he has Bijan?
Who has Bijan?
Your cousin. No, he has Brian.
Greg has Bijan. I was about to be like, I know Greg ain't. Greg asked me about 102. I said it started with Bijan and Amon-Ra, and he said nothing.
Do you think 205 and 306 can get you Josh Jacobs?
I would do that. No. I'm sorry. Who is it? You have Josh Jacobs, right?
He has Josh Jacobs.
No, that's not going to do it. He going a first round pick for Josh Jacobs. I've tried to pry Josh Jacobs away from him many times.
But you think 205 can get you Aaron Jones straight up?
Yeah, but so Jamie's saying Jones is not worth 205. And also, Joe Mixon just went for 204. So the market has been set.
True. Damn.
Now, how many second round picks do you have next year?
I think I just got I got mine. I'm trying to keep all my picks between now and 27 just because
because the super flex. Now my question, hold on, let's go to Jason's. I'm kind of giving y'all game for free, but this is from the Roseman School of Thought, because Jason's trying to get picks for this year. Because he only got 2. So this is what you do. You offer him because he doesn't have. I have his second round pick next year. Offer him your second See, he doesn't have any. Because I would say if he had a third this year, you offer him a second next year, you get Aaron Jones and a third this year. But he doesn't have a third this year. So you have 205. So he wants the whole second round. He'll have 1, 4, and 5 if you make this deal.
I give him 306 for Aaron Jones straight up.
He gonna say no to that.
Shit.
How many what's your third round pick next year?
Just mine.
Okay. How many third round picks do you have this year?
Just mine.
Okay. So
and that's 306. Rojo is have his first and second round pick.
Because I would say you could do a pick swap, right? Like you swap thirds next year and then give him a third this year.
For Aaron Jones?
That's a lot, but he's not going to do it for 3. Yeah, Jamie's right. He's worth an early to mid third, but I don't think Jason's going to take just a third round pick for Aaron Jones because that's
we gonna see. I'll send him a 306 for Aaron Jones.
I'd be shocked if he took that. Cal, what's it going to take to get my hands on AJ Brown?
Brother, that's not happening.
I know. I just had to ask.
Because I got Devon A-Chain, I got Chase Brown, Ramondre Stevenson,
but you need
George Mason, Marshawn Lloyd. It's like the bottom half of my RB roster is a little.
Yeah, that's why you need James Conner coming out. James Conner can rest until he's ready, and then you have him for your playoff push. All it'll take is your second round pick next year.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is, yo, Kyle, I want to get your thoughts on Jermaine Burton. Get your thoughts on Jermaine Burton. He played at Alabama. He was on the Bengals. Got drafted by the Bengals last year. I thought he would have been a little bit better in the league last year during his rookie year, but he didn't really have a lot of production. Would love to hear someone's thoughts on Jermaine Burton. While you guys think of that, what are your thoughts of Russ to the Giants and Stephon Diggs to the Patriots? Which one do you think is a little bit more impactful?
Oh, definitely. I just imagine a world where, first of all, the Giants are going to be starting a black quarterback, which is historic, dead-ass historic, because I don't think they've ever started. Has Tyrod Taylor started before?
Yeah, I think he started a few games.
I don't think a black quarterback has started for the Giants week 1. I just imagine a quarterback room with Shador, Jameis, and Russell Wilson, and the tomfoolery. And what's the other guy? Tommy DeVito. I just imagine Tommy DeVito going full Tony Soprano, season 2, when Meadows dating a black guy. In every episode, he has a new slur for black people that I've never heard.
Here's my thing about this. We know Russ to be quick slant guy, quick out guy, or like straight go balls.
Yep.
Are we sure this is going to fit well with Malik Neighbors and Brian Daboll and that style of offense?
I mean, Jameis there too.
Listen, I'm calling it right now. Jameis Winston will be the better quarterback this year for the New York Giants.
That's not a stretch of the imagination.
And I can tell you right now, for like the 3, 4, 5 week stretch that Jameis will play next season, Malik Neighbors is going to absolutely fucking eat during that stretch.
He's going to eat all year. I think both quarterbacks are going to funnel targets to him.
Kyle said, since you guys are talking RBs, anyone want DeAndre Swift? Jamie says that Jermaine Burton has a bad attitude problem that's holding him back. And maybe that's why he didn't really see the field last year outside of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Jamie also said that rostering Ben Johnson's second best running back will have some value. So that's interesting. With all this talks of, well, I guess now that we know that the Giants have Russ and they're probably not going to spend that early pick on a quarterback, or maybe they do. I've been hearing more and more about Cam Ward potentially going to the Titans at 1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, if you're the Titans, you're taking him number 1 overall, or do you think if he's there, no matter if you got Russ or not, the Giants take him or Shador or what?
I think if you're the Titans, if you're not in love with him, like, go get a bounty. Like, even if it's the Giants moving up from 3-1 and you get their first round pick next year, there's a good chance that's going to be a top 10 pick in a class where quarterbacks, next year's class is supposed to be a little bit better. So, yeah, you might have to stick it out for a season of being ass. But if you say you trade with the Giants, right? You're either going to get Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. It seems like those two guys are the best two players that's not a quarterback. Like, you're guaranteed to get one of those two guys. I'd rather get a blue chip player like that. Take my chances, especially if I get the Giants' first round pick next year. And then there's a world where you have 2 top 10 picks.
Last time a team got 2 top 10 picks like that, I mean, you saw what they did for the Texans.
Yeah, you got Will Anderson and CJ Stroud, right? And now they run the South.
Then you saw Breece Hall and well, I don't know about Breece Hall and Sauce Gardner. Actually, yeah, that was
Breece Hall a top 10 pick?
Not Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Now, granted, the Jets are terrible, but they have foundational blue chip talent. And when you're 1 overall, that's what you need.
How many more years? Who gets traded first, Sauce Gardner or Garrett Wilson?
Sauce Gardner. Because he been low key, he was slipping a little bit last year.
Do you think so?
I saw more clips of Sauce getting burned last year than I did his rookie year.
Yeah, you would have thought he was wearing the wrong color of green. He might need that Kelly green if you're going to get burned like that.
Yeah, and he might win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That Packer green, though, they get burned.
That's not true. Listen.
I remember A.J. Brown eating Jair Alexander so much that Packers talk about cutting him.
Yeah, back in week 1.
Receivers went off in the playoffs, too.
Yeah, it wasn't Jair, though. He was hurt.
Oh, yeah, he was hurt.
We still wait. Listen. Listen.
Don't do it.
Listen here, Floyd. I'll donate however many dollars to whatever charity if you want. If you could read 1 page of a Harry Potter book. Listen here, Brian Gutenkest. I'll eat 1,000 pounds of cheese if you tell me what you're gonna do with Jair Alexander in that contract. He's just waiting on the right deal. He's just waiting on a deal. He's waiting on somebody to come say, "Yeah, we got y'all. We need a corner."
Do you think Stephon Diggs to the Patriots does anything? Like, does that make you excited?
Assuming that he's healthy, I think it gives the Patriots a very solid number 1 option.
Listen, man, they're gonna get their hands on Travis Hunter.
You got to pick Travis Hunter while he's there, and you got to pair him up with Stephon Diggs, and then you got to have a little something.
Yeah, then you got Hunter Henry, you got Ramondre Stevenson. Like, is it good enough to win the East? Probably not. Is that who I think it is?
Jason Brown. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have shits and grins in here. Danny's other cousin. How about that?
Whoa.
Where's Bam?
He in here somewhere.
Yeah.
He might be saving someone's life. He is a firefighter.
Listen, Bam. Give me a Raven, and I'm going to get a Raven and a draft pick to get.
You give Bam a Raven, he'll give you every pick for the next.
Oh yeah, nah. Offer Bam a Baltimore Raven, and he might offer some draws in that deal. Hey yo. What about Shador though? There's rumblings though that his draft stock really might be falling. There's some with some people saying if he falls to a team that has a hot coach maybe on the hot seat, it could even implore Dion to leave Colorado. Where do you see him falling?
I pray there's a world where I thought he was going to be a Raider, but they got Geno Smith. I want Kyle Shanahan to get his hands on Shador. Like, I feel like a 49ers offense with Shador might actually, well, not this one, because Debo's gone, but I think that would be a good matching. Or the Rams. I've said this a couple weeks ago. Like if Shedeur made it all the way to the Rams, 100%. He doesn't have.
The only thing about that Rams one though is that you're probably behind. You're gonna be behind Matthew Stafford for the next 2 years, and for some reason I've been seeing a few mocks where they have Jackson Dart actually going to the Rams at 26.
I could see that, but if Shedeur fell, like if he's at 19 and you're the Rams, I don't know, man. Like I think Matt Stafford will play one more year. Like you sit behind Matt for a year, and then next year, like it's Shedeur, it's LA, it's the Rams. Like I like it. I hope he's a Ram.
Bam said he almost sent a trade for D-Hop.
Where did he say that? Oh,
because DeAndre Hopkins sided with the Ravens, so I technically do have a Ram. He almost sent a Raven. Jason said that Mark Andrews is for sale. Oh my goodness!
We're about to see negotiating.
Oh no! Jamie says that Shedeur was being smug during team interviews, ignoring questions.
How do we know that though?
What if they were dumbass questions though? Y'all never got annoyed by dumbass questions? Like you ain't never got like extremely annoyed by someone asking like a dumb question.
All the time. It happens to me at work every single day.
Yeah. You're like, why are your pants on, guys?
Oh, Kyle has a very interesting question. So Kyle said, is the Russ signing a signal that the Titans are taking Cam Ward and the Giants can't trade up for him? That's
yes.
Yeah. That's very
Don't make us go back and find them Will Howard clips. As soon as we go find them Will Howard clips, you could almost guarantee they're taking Cam Ward.
Oh, yeah. Will would not be the quarterback next year for the Titans.
Will Howard, get ready to learn backup quarterback, buddy, because we had seen enough.
Well, backup quarterback is the best position in the NFL.
Good.
Like being Patrick Mahomes' backup, like
Will
Carson
Levis, not Will Howard.
Oh yeah, Will Levis. Can you imagine, dog? Just being a backup, even better, being the third string quarterback of the practice squad QB, like DTR in Philadelphia. Sign me up, bro.
Nah, come on, man. Come on.
Sign me up. Uh-oh. What we got here? Didn't even try to make the tackle. Man just fell to his knees.
Will Levis. Yeah, they definitely taking Cam Ward #1 overall. They had enough of that bullshit. They said they seen.
What's the first thing Cam says to Will when he walks into the facility?
Probably.
Did you watch his pro day today?
Who? Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one throw, he's fading to his left and like just throws it. Was it 50 yards in the air? 50-some yards, and it just hit dude right in the hands.
What you think about the one wide receiver running like 4.7 or 4.8? He can't call the family?
They not gonna pick up. 4.7 as a receiver, brother. You are a lineman.
But he also came out and said his name is like Xavier Restable. He came out and said that that 40 doesn't matter. The real speed's on the field.
That's true. You can't fall in love with the 40 in both directions, but a 4.7? Are you a left
real
tackle?
Speed on the field.
He is a left tackle.
He's like maybe a few inches taller than me. I don't think he's guarding anyone's blind side. Super pause.
Brother, get ready to be a box safety.
Speaking of safeties, what do you think about Shiloh Sanders' draft stock?
There's a reason no one's talking about it. Listen, man. I watched some Colorado games, and it seemed like every week someone was like, yo, where's Shiloh at? Either we're gonna throw at him or we're gonna run at him. Like that bowl game, how many times did you see Shiloh run behind someone going to the end zone?
They're saying he's projected a day 3 pick. So
Saturday. So while you out at happy hour, Saturday.
He's 6 feet, runs a 4.5. Oh man. They said he needs help on his
everything.
He needs to improve his coverage skills, especially in man coverage. He also needs to improve his technical aspects of the game. He also was not invited to the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine.
Yeah, exactly. What'd that tell you? When you a corner and someone says you got to work on your technique and your man-to-man coverage, well, then what do you do well?
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's tough. And it doesn't sound like his. So Shiloh Sanders' draft stocks reportedly did not improve much with his performance in the Shrine Bowl practices. Sanders was reportedly relying on talent more than effort and was getting beat by wide receivers needing tight ends on simple routes. One NFL scouting source reportedly believes there's not much more to Shiloh's game than a big hit right now. He's projected a day 3 pick in the 2025 draft. He has some work to do before the draft rolls around. So he's going to be taken as a risque pick.
He gonna get drafted doing a Mountain Dew commercial.
Damn.
That means he can be great.
He's gonna have the nicest little family phone call though when they call him.
Yeah, does the GM even call him? Or is it the assistant GM?
No, assistant GM.
Yeah.
Who would you call if you're Xavier Worthy? I know, his lawyer. Have you heard about the way he is being extorted right now? And he decided to sue back.
I saw the pictures of his head. Like apparently she pulled braids out his head.
She was cheating on him. She was stealing money.
Here's the thing, though, about the braid pulling.
Talk to him, OG.
There was no bruising. It looked like someone took some clippers and just zoom. Did you see the pics of like the bald spots in his head?
Wait a minute. Why? So you think it's going to be like a painful rip?
If someone pulls your braid out, there will be some proof that it was ripped out. It looks smooth.
Yeah. The damn braid.
No, but there was no like bruising. There was no blood.
Brother, you ever pull out some pubes? That shit don't bruise.
If you pull out someone's braid and you look at the chunks, pull it up and share the screen. Something that big, pause, would leave some sort of mark.
Let's see. I'm not sure what picture you're talking about.
Let's see. Because I think he said she pulled his hair out. I could be wrong. Here it is. Yeah, she alleges that. Here we go. Yeah. Pulled out long. Yeah, pulled large clumps of his hair out. There's no bruising. Here, I'll share this. That's on Threads. Yeah, I knew I saw it. Yeah, he's alleging that she pulled chunks of his hair out, and there's no bruising. It looks very smooth.
So you're saying you don't believe black men?
I'm not saying that. I do believe the game room stuff, but here we go. Put it in the chat. And yeah, I'll send it to you in the private chat. You tell me if that looks like the head of someone who had their braids pulled out.
Yeah.
There's no bruising.
Oh, then it probably wasn't all his hair.
Or that.
Why you don't? So black men can't wear weaves, brother?
No, I just.
It's weave, my brother.
Hey, Ice Cube wore weave and All About the Benjamins.
Maybe Xavier Worthy had a little bit of the weave in for the braids, so that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they stick.
They stick. What Dr. Umar say? Snow bunnies never, black queens forever. Yo, Dr. Umar's hilarious, man.
He's not a doctor, but he is funny.
He not a doctor for real?
No, he ain't no doctor. He calls himself a doctor.
I think he has his doctorate.
He has his doctorate in scamming.
No, I think he actually has a real doctorate.
That man been opening up a school since I was in middle school.
What would you do if I told you I think he has a real doctorate?
I would need proof. Like, I need to see transcripts. I need to see that man transcripts. I don't think he has a PhD.
Dr. Umar Johnson holds a Doctor of Psychology in Clinical Psychology from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine,
look
graduating in 2012.
Look that college up. That sounds like a college you see on TV while watching the soap opera.
Now, if I look this up, and this is a prestigious school, you gonna sound hilarious.
And I'll take it. I'll take the hate.
Brother, this is a real school.
Share the screen. Bam, as someone who's married to a white woman, that is hilarious that you out here defending Umar.
My good brother Bam! My good brother Bam!
But she's very lovely. Oh, okay.
Told you. Now this is real. I told you he got a real doctorate.
I still need to see transcripts.
Transcripts.
Yeah.
Brother, he's a real doctor. Or he has, well, not a real doctor, but he has a real doctor.
He has a PhD. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Bam, how do you root for the blackest team in the NFL? But you know what? It just feels like we're in the part of the team's off season, talking about the NFL, where like teams are just trying to figure out what they need before the NFL draft. It just feels like it's a little quiet though. It feels like it's a little quiet with the transactions.
I mean, we just got Russell to the Giants.
Well, that's okay. Russ ain't moving the needle, but listen, how many games do you think the Giants winning with Russ Wilson?
7. I think they got a good 7 in them. I think Russ, the floor is 7.
You lying. Wait.
What is going on here in this chat?
We had a lot of comments right now. So Achilles says Achilles says you want an Obama citizen too. Achilles says you want an Obama citizenship too, Danny. Damn. Listen, you should expect
I just didn't think.
Achilles, show him that paint on your wall, man.
Yeah,
show him that paint on your wall.
I didn't think he was
Achilles, show him that paint on your wall. Let him know who really stand for the people. Bam said, my white passing queen is biracial and that daddy sound like Uncle Ruckus. Oh, my goodness.
I just questioned if the man had a PhD. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. You was kind of questioning Dr. Umar like he didn't really have his PhD. Like you got beef with Dr. Umar. He took some old work from you before?
Some what?
He took some old work from you before. Like you lost one of your tinglings to Dr. Umar?
Never.
This was back in y'all was probably running the same high school streets back in 02, 03, 04, 05.
He way older than me. Hold on.
Yeah,
No.
Y'all both unk status.
We both unk status, but different levels. Yeah, he's 50 years old. He was 15 when I was born. He had his learner's permit when I was coming out of my mama's womb. That's crazy.
So you mean to tell me when you was born, what was he driving?
He was probably driving a Nissan Stanza.
A Nissan Stanza.
That's the kind of car my parents had. Dog, Nissan has had a hold on black people since the beginning of time, I feel like.
Yet
every black person has had a Nissan.
Yet the Asians don't like us back. And listen, the Nissan and the Nissan, I've seen versatility in Nissan drivers. Soccer moms, drug dealers, hoes, single people, married people, hoes, drug dealers.
Car.
Listen, all
you
different
can
people.
You can put a Nissan through some shit, and it'll be like, all right, let's keep going.
Yeah, it'll keep going. And driving a Nissan, you know, well, listen, any girl that I've fooled with that had a Nissan, she had some fire. So, Bam said, "What's a Nissan Stanza?" Listen, Bam said his woman always had that Range Rover money, so she don't know what that poor ass shit y'all talking about is. She don't know about that bullshit that y'all was driving. That damn Nissan Stanza. Hey, what? Said Nissan Stanza. She said, "Is that a Naruto clan? Fuck out of here, Nissan Stanza."
I hope she's not watching because she's so lovely.
Yeah, she's not fucking with the Nissan Stanza. Are you kidding me? Achilles said, "Danny a senior in disguise, bro."
Yeah. Achilles, how old are you?
Man.
Nah, Achilles, how old are you?
Achilles looked like one of them. Achilles looked like he was 20 in 1960 when they all used to look.
Achilles is the extra in the Malcolm X movie with Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
how old are you, Achilles?
Yeah, hey, you know Achilles hit people with the fight the power every time you see them. Hey, brother.
Hey, does it hit the same in Canada?
Oh man, nah. Listen, in Canada, they don't listen. In Canada, they're not racist like we are. They don't really pay attention to race stuff.
I believe racism is global. So yeah, I'm sure someone has called Achilles the N-word at some point in his life.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You seen the pictures on his wall? They had to. They said this nigga's crazy.
Yeah, Achilles, you 33. You only 2 years. Oh, I'll be 36 next month. We close to the same age. You
he's 33.
You are to D. You closer to me than you are to D, Achilles. I knew you were older.
You don't want to be too close to that D.
Hey, yo.
Nah.
Huge, massive pause.
Play me.
That might be the biggest pause in show history.
Listen, okay. Here's a funny work blunder. So, graduated from Hotep U like Umar. Yeah, we know.
That's where he got his PhD.
Yeah, Hotep U. That's where he's serving them bean pies at too. Bam said we on that Chinese EV hybrid. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, you know what y'all be talking about. Yeah. Oh, man, what's wrong with you, man? Where's this show, man? We're getting off the hinges. Bam said he does not know it. Bam really looked at that Nissan Stanza. The fuck is this poor ass shit y'all talking about? I heard it. And the Nissan Stanza.
She heard that from the other room and said, "What the fuck is a Nissan?"
Yeah, she said, "Is that you?" She asked him if he was watching them Naruto shows again. You know, Bam. I know Bam being in that fire station when they ain't got no fire. He watching them Naruto episodes. He definitely be watching them Naruto episodes.
Yeah, my first car was a 1989 Nissan Stanza 4-door.
Yeah, don't sound like no hoes want to get no Nissan Stanza.
No, the hoes did not want to get Nissan Stanza.
Let me tell you something. That worse than the minivan?
Nah, minivan's top tier. Minivan top tier.
Listen, if one of your homeboys had the minivan, you was not asked them to come pick you up and scoop them up for the ride.
Hell no, that's the bang bus, bro. Nah, dog. Turn the minivan up.
What you doing? Putting the seats down?
Turn the
minivan?
Turn the minivan up.
Nah, if she fucking in the minivan, she need help. she need help. and Jesus. Girl, because this is either you and your kids' car or your parents' car. So now you fucking back here where little Johnny be at. So now little Johnny got to smell like fresh ass and coochie in the very, very back seat because you want to get your free car. What are we talking about? Take this to a bed.
What she need?
She need help. She need help in Jesus. Help in she need help in mad Jesus. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What? in the minivan?
Dog, I can't breathe.
And don't let it be like a minivan that has like young children with like sports. And now you fucking where like funky kids nuts be. Little funky fresh kid ass was. And you fucking on the seat? Nah, we don't need that. Shifting gears to a little basketball. Speaking of balls, listen, in the NBA, the race for the Western Conference, it's real. Seeds 2 through 6. I believe there might have even been some more shifts since the games last night. Let me pull up the NBA standings right now. I can tell you, Lakers, boy, we are becoming. Listen. Those California wildfires really hurt us because it's been messing. Like we've been playing a lot of games recently. There's a lot of tread on all our tires right now. We all know who the number 1 team in the West is. That's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Right now, 2 is the Houston Rockets, 46-26. Denver, 45-28 is 3rd. Lakers, 43-28 is 4th. Memphis, 43-28 is 5th. Golden State, who is currently playing in South Beach right now.
Throttled.
Yeah, it is 38-51, but they have a record of 41-30 right now. So LA Clippers are 40-30. They're the 7th seed. Timberwolves are 41-32. They're the 8th seed. 9th seed is the Kings, who were a little hot. Now they've lost 3 in a row. They're 35-36. And the Suns all of a sudden have won 4 in a row. They are 35-37 and are currently the 10th seed. Danny, let me ask you this. You see this much jambalaya in the Western Conference right now. Which superstar that is returning from an injury is the biggest for their team's playoff push? I'm going to give you 3. We have Steph Curry, who's returning from a hip injury. Jokic, who's returning from multiple injuries. If we open up the aperture to both the East and the West, Jalen Brunson should be out another week. Jason Tatum's going to be out a little bit after his ankle injury. Mm-hmm. Who do you think is going to be most needed when it's time for playoff push time for many of these guys?
It's for me, it's Jokic, right? I feel like it's Jokic and Steph. I don't want to, but they're both superstars. They are the reasons their team are going to win. Like, look at, you can see the Warriors right now. They're down 14. They've only scored 40 points in 2 quarters. If Steph's there, that does not happen. Same with Jokic, right? Jokic is the engine to the Nuggets offense. I'll say Jokic. I'm going to go with Jokic because Jokic is on the verge of being a 3-time MVP. Well, he won't win it now. It's going to be Shea. But he was in that MVP discussion for winning like his 3rd. So I'm going to go Jokic.
Listen, I'm going with the greatest shooter ever because I'm looking at this team right now, and I know – listen, Jimmy beat up on the Minnesota Timberwolves back starters with the backups, and now he's out there playing without Steph Curry and losing to the Miami Heat, who they're starting. No, let me stop. All I know is, listen, you need Steph Curry. The way teams defend you when Steph Curry is on the court is just different. And I think just the way this Warriors team is constructed right now, they need it. Now, I think it is. I know Pat Riley is sitting somewhere giggling that
they just showed him. They just showed him in the crowd on the show. Yes, he looked happy. As happy as Pat Riley can look. Yeah,
I mean they're up 17, and Tyler Hero and these guys they're just shooting the lights out here, and they're in the nice Miami uniforms too. So they're doing some crazy. I will say this though. The clutch shot making that Jalen Brunson provides for the Knicks, I do think is going to be needed because I don't think we want to lean completely on Cat when it comes to the playoffs.
No,
so
you don't.
So I do think that Jalen Brunson's return will be big. Bam said, LMAO, those LA fires really hurt our record. Yo, people died. Bam, listen, You're not hearing me. I'm saying it hurt our record because they had to postpone games. And doing so, now we're playing a lot more back to back. Yo, Bam, eat your green bean casserole now and chill out on me. Achilles said, "Yo, can y'all speak on this blatant tanking? It's embarrassing and messing with my NBA fantasy playoff squads."
That is why I don't play fantasy for NBA.
I miss playing fantasy basketball, but I retired from fantasy basketball. So.
And Achilles, I don't know if you've been watching the NCAA tournament, but if you've been watching Cooper Flag, I completely understand.
Yeah. He reclassified. He should technically still be in Cooper Flag when he enters the NBA will be a very young man.
Capture the flag is real, and I'm not angry at it.
Listen, when he gets to the NBA, I mean, he gonna have them white holes galore.
He gonna set Utah on fire.
Yeah, and he looks well. Good thing I think Utah would be a great place for him because he got the Mormons out there. But there's money in Utah. I'm starting to find out there's a lot of more money in Utah.
100%. Mormons aren't poor.
Oh yeah, now you got to be able to afford all them wives and all them orgies. So. They're speaking on it right now. I mean, they're playing right now. But Jimmy Butler said this game versus the Heat for the Warriors is just another game. Are you really buying that, or do you think he's going to try to turn up in the second half? Try to get him back in the game.
Let's look at his numbers right now. He has 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 points.
He got to come out. He got to take the game into his own hands. That's what
Yes.
The most televised team in basketball is Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Are you surprised?
I think all but 3 games are not going to be nationally televised. That's crazy. I get it, but that's insane.
Y'all better put Angel Reese in primetime too.
They are, but I think 41 out of 44 games are primetime for the Fever.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see more Angel Reese.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to see more other people.
Yeah, and make sure you put Rakia Jackson in primetime too.
They will. You ain't got to worry about that. By the time we get to the season and the sparks of the 3-4 seed, you ain't got to worry.
Need that. Need that. The W got some hoopers.
Scores.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Juju. Speaking of which.
Damn. Listen, what's up with the last name Watkins and ACL injuries this year?
I don't know. It's cursed.
Hey, mother.
It's not cursed. It's just been a series of unfortunate events.
I almost wanted to.
You almost called me.
Nah, I'm saying I almost had to DM him real quick. Like, yo, keep your head up. This is crazy. Cousin. You gotta hit. Listen, you know how you can do the text effects?
But you gotta hit with a cuz, not cousin.
Nah, listen, you gotta them text
bear.
effects. Them text effects and iMessage. I'm gonna put the cuz in like real small letters. Cuz. That's what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah, you can't put cousin. This is not the bear.
Yeah, cuz. Yeah. Cuz. Yeah, because she can't listen. When I saw it, I said, "Bruh, no way."
She knew it too. Like as soon as she knew.
Well, yeah, because it just there's like a pop you feel.
Can we stop carrying people off the court? Get a wheelchair.
Dog.
Like you were carrying her off the court.
Right,
like, what is this?
All right. See. All right. So how can you not understand Bam in the Range Rover, but now you expect people to just have wheelchairs accessible?
They have wheelchairs at the game, D. They couldn't get. There's a wheelchair in the tunnel.
Yeah, well, they got to carry you there, or we need to get you off the court ASAP. No rock.
They found a wheelchair.
The wheelchair's a little bit away, or maybe they forgot it or something.
If they can find a wheelchair, so Paul Pierce can go take a shit, they can find a wheelchair to take.
Well, they probably knew he was gonna pull that trick. He probably told him, "Yo, keep a wheelchair nearby." I got it.
You gotta have a wheelchair nearby, man. Got to.
March Madness.
An awful weekend for Big East basketball. That's all I got, man, on the men's side. The Big East got they teeth kicked in at every turn, especially St. John's.
Here's my thing with that. Remember a week ago, I came in here and said if there was a matchup I for sure wanted to see in the round of 32 to decide who's going to the Sweet 16, it's Calipari versus Pitino.
You said that. Yes, you did.
And it lived up to it. I can tell by the pregame. Yo, you haven't met. Listen, Pitino and Calipari don't like each other
At all.
You can just tell they don't like each other.
They've said it. Who did? I think Pitino said, "Yeah, we respect each other, but we're not exchanging Christmas cards." That is the professional way of saying I don't like that motherfucker.
Which, yo, can we normalize telling people, yo, I don't really like you?
100%.
Because I feel like everyone wants to be like, yo, sometimes you gotta tell a motherfucker, I don't like you. Like listen, y'all know there's a few names that if you put into that chat, that all money in chat, you know it's gonna rile me up.
Yes.
And there's one name in particular that even he made me almost look at a whole university differently because of their mascot and his name. And if I ever see him, listen. Bam said, I'm about to turn into Will Smith at the Oscars.
Who you about to slap and why?
Did I tell you about the 3%er I met at one of my DJ gigs that told me the Will Smith slap to Chris Rock was fake?
That was a hotep.
He also told me I got to open my third eye and really see what's going on because they're being programmed.
Does he know Akili?
Oh, it might have been Akili. It might have been Akili. He looked like he smoked a little crack in his life, but got off of it and found empowered. Akili said, "That's how you know Danny's old. He complaining about teammates helping carry their fellow player."
I'm saying if her knee is injured, I feel like the worst way to help someone with
because you really is hating.
Right,
you really is hating.
That is really in medicine. Her knee, her ACL just popping, her knee just flailing like this while y'all carrying on. Get a wheelchair. That's it.
Listen, breaking news that I have for you.
This is about to be something crazy.
Dame Lillard has developed a deep vein thrombosis in his right calf, which is basically a blood clot. He is
like Vic. That's what Wemby has in his shoulder.
It's crazy.
Never heard of the injury. Now 2 people have it. So Dame out for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Also, your cousin Jason sent me a new proposed trade. Aaron Jones for 205. Remember
he wants 205 for Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I'm not doing 205 for Aaron Jones. And he doesn't have a second round pick for next year because I believe
I have that. I believe.
Yeah.
No, I have Bam's second round pick next year.
For 205, nah. I don't really like that trade, Jason. Jason, if you're in here, I don't really see the value there. I'm gonna need a little bit more. Before we get out of here talking about college hoops, thoughts on the SEC putting up 7 teams in the men's Sweet 16, which is obviously a new NCAA record. Did this kind of confirm their legitness as a conference?
100%. They have overtaken the Big 12 as the best conference.
Big 12, ACC, Big 10, Big East, the SEC is the new king. Get ready because now that this NIL money is coming in, y'all about to understand why people was always saying the SEC is just different when it comes to football. Now you're just about to see it in all the other sports on a more grander stage.
100%.
All the number 1 seeds look pretty dominant. The lowest seeded team is John Calipari's Arkansas team that beat St. John's. The media is now going on this narrative that this is the end of the Cinderellas because of the NIL and the power of that. Do you agree or not?
I do not agree. The foundation of the NCAA basketball tournament, you just need to win 1 game. And that's never going to change.
Listen, just make it in and then see where you fall. Sometimes you get the good draw in the tournament. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't.
It's making the C State whatever they won.
Yeah, they got a good draw. Tennessee was kind of
So-
sweet, they said. Speaking of things that they said, did you see what Dan Hurley said after his team lost to Florida, both in the tunnel and at the podium?
Just some loser shit, man.
Listen, he talked when they win, so you know he got to talk when they lose. I mean, he is who he is. He is who he is. He is who he is when he got here, and he stays consistent. I'll say that. He does stay consistent. He's that dramatic and extra all the time. So
he a whole villain.
You think so?
Yes. And that's okay. We need villains.
He and his villain arc, you think?
Yes.
That's okay. The women's bracket, I think, obviously the Juju injury is big. Okay, so Jason has responded. He said, "You're trying to take my life on this trade." No, I just think 205 is a good pick, and if you're trying to load up on second round picks because you're trying to trade back in, I mean, I don't see the value in Aaron Jones straight up. Now, if you do something like a Josh Jacobs for 205, I think you may have a deal. I don't think you're going to want to do that, but I would do Josh Jacobs for 205. I will do that. Outside of that, if it's Aaron Jones that you're willing to depart from, 306 might be my best offer for you, Jason. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you still have South Carolina winning it all in the women's bracket, Danny?
Yep, still got South Carolina.
I think so.
Well, now that Juju's gone.
What'd you think about that Maryland game, both on the men's and women's side? They delivered some classics.
Beautiful basketball. We need more.
That's that DMV in us. We got to represent for the DMV. Do you claim the DMV even though, you know what I mean?
Not really, no.
Just Virginia?
Just Virginia.
But what's wrong with all the
Well,
DMV?
I live in Central Virginia. A lot of people in the DMV like Central Virginia is not the DMV, it's Northern Virginia. I mean, whatever.
But the acronym says V as in Virginia.
Oh, I know what it says, but I know how they be acting.
But because what if you live in the 7-5, but you're always in northern, like Nova?
Makes no sense.
You would still rep the DMV because you Virginia. Like can't nobody tell you. Like if you're from Virginia, you want to rep Virginia, then DMV because it's all the same thing. If you really need to go to the biggest city in Virginia, then technically you'd be going to
DC.
You guessed it. They don't understand. We're getting real regional. And shout out Richmond, Virginia. WWE stuff. I mean, come on. What's the biggest thing in the WWE? I think Roman versus Seth versus CM Punk. The match is officially confirmed. Triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Good.
Thoughts on it? What do you like now? Now we have the match. I'm curious to see how it gets sold now over the next couple of weeks because I wasn't maybe expecting a triple threat, but it's maybe starting to make a little sense now.
That should be the main event, night one.
You think so?
Yes.
Finally having CM Punk main event WrestleMania?
There's not an interesting match. There's not a more interesting match other than Cena Cody than that.
So you're not excited for?
I am. I'm excited for a lot of the matches, but like the most interesting, it's like Cody, John, and then it's that triple threat.
So Botch Uso, you're not watching Botch Uso versus Gunther?
He can go before. They can go before the main event.
Gunther. Do you think he will end up taking the belt off of him though?
Not with them botches, he not.
What about heel John Cena, which is still funny to say, versus Cody Rhodes? That the latest promo.
Give John the belt.
John said he wants to ruin wrestling.
Beautiful.
Retire with the belt.
Yes.
John Cena, you funny MFer. They also confirmed Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens for WrestleMania. I don't know if you had any thoughts there.
Hell in a Cell. Put that in a cage.
Listen, I'm waiting on the bra and panty mud wrestling matches to come back.
Oh, you keep waiting.
All right, I just got to go back and watch them old 2000s WWE Raw and SmackDown episodes. You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, do have a quick update that next week we will not be having a pod. We will not be having a pod next week. Maybe similarly to Juju and or maybe even Kyrie. I am having ACL and meniscus surgery, so I'll be resting up. Finally getting the surgery done on my knee from a few months ago when I got hurt. So yeah, hopefully it's just a week and we're back that following week. But yeah, next week I'll just be getting ready for the surgery, and
we'll be thinking about you.
Thank you all. Hopefully we get in and get out. That should be back home that same day, but we'll see. Apparently I'm going to be on some painkillers. Bam says we hardly pod. That's hilarious because we've podded every week for like four or five in a row.
Go to hell, Bam. D, where can the people find you? Nah, he ain't gonna. We not.
Nah, wait a minute, Bam. If we hardly pod, that means that you hardly be working because you definitely be in here. You definitely be in here. Appreciate the well wishes, Kyle and Bam. Danny, let the good people know where they can find you, my good brother.
Find me at DannyOcean41 on Blue Sky and Twitter. You can find us on Speak on it _pod on all your favorite social platforms except Blue Sky. Not there yet. But D, where can the folks find you?
Wait a minute, is that your old ass fucking alarm clock I'm hearing?
Yeah, so I log in my food every day. So at 9:00, it's a reminder to put my food in my fitness pal so I can track my calories.
In your food?
Yeah, track my calories. Something you do when you're old. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bam too has been off of work. He had surgery too. Man, fuck you, Achilles.
Achilles said, "Daddy, don't forget to refill the jar in the living room." Oh, ladies and gentlemen, listen.
I'm gonna leave that up. That's funny. Take heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us tonight, and all we can do is give thanks and thank you for being here. Please make sure that you speak on it, and y'all have a great week.
You happy? Peace.